Good morning, Ma'am Berhinia. This is Jennifer Tibay, and for this video, I will discuss about my Filipino scientist.
My Filipino scientist.
In a contemporary civilization, we all utilize numerous platforms or social media applications to interact with our loved ones, friends, and family. And video calling is one of the instruments we could use to feel them nearby. Messenger, WhatsApp, Telegram, Zoom, Line, and a slew of others are just a few examples. But in our modern era, do you even have any idea who made all of this possible? The man behind it is Gregorio Zara. He was a great Filipino scientist from the 1920s to the 1970s. Most notably, he is known for his invention of the video phone. He was born on March 8, 1902 in Lipa City, Batangas, having graduated as batch valedictorian for both grade school in Lipa Elementary School, then high school in Batangas High School in 1918 to 1922. He was given the chance to study abroad on a scholarship. However, Zara's experience of having to study abroad was quite a dramatic one. The scholarship was granted to another honor student who had the support of a prominent person in the province. Then, he enrolled at the University of the Philippines, but later on, he received news that the honor student who had taken a scholarship fell ill and died abroad in the middle of the semester. Zara was then given yet another chance to take the scholarship and study abroad. He enrolled at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and took up a BS in Mechanical Engineering from 1922 to 1926. He then continued his study at the University of Michigan, where he graduated with a Master of Science in Engineering in 1927 with summa cum laude. Zara traveled to France to study the most advanced science available at that time. It's physics. He took his doctorate of science in physics from 1929 to 1930 at the Sorbonne University of Paris, one of the most prestigious universities in Europe. When he graduated, he was given the Distinction Crest Honorable, a distinction that was also given to Marie Curie for her discovery of radium. One might think that with all this achievement, he would have chosen to excel in the science in countries where resources were abundant. But Gregorio Zara had other things in mind. He instead opted to return to the Philippines, where he could use his talent for the development of his nation and its people. He invented the video phone in 1955, which was called a photophone signal separator network. The video phone was a telephone device that enabled one to see the person being spoken to in real time. Our smartphones today are the great-grandchildren of Zara's first video phone model. Over the years, companies have since then rolled out various models and design of phones that enable users to see and interact with the person on the other line, no matter how great the distance between them is. Gregorio Zara was also a great physicist who dabbled in robotics and energy research. He was awarded the Presidential Diploma of Merit and the Distinguished Service Medal in 1959 for his pioneering work in solar energy, aeronautics, and television. Aside from being a national scientist, he also garnered 2 awards for science research and aero engineering. Many of his inventions are the first of their kind, and the answers to many of our problems today have been implemented, mass-produced then. His solar energy device that he invented in the 1960s could have been the answer to the energy crisis that the Philippines is having, which is most evident in Mindanao. The alcohol-powered aircraft that they made were more powerful and efficient than the gasoline-powered one, as seen in the test run performed on September 13, 1954. This invention would have cut costs and gasoline use today had the plans to produce alcohol as a source of fuel been followed through. His other scientific work includes his contribution to the design of the Marex X-10, a robot that was capable of talking, walking, and obeying commands. He also designed a microscope with a collapsible stage and improved methods of solar energy production, including the creation of new design for a solar water heater, a solar stove, and a solar battery. He also invented a propeller cutting machine and an airplane engine that runs on alcohol fuel. Zara wanted his countrymen to be able to appreciate science. That's why he made numerous attempts to keep them up to date with the latest finding in physics. Many of his inventions can be seen as innovative and nationalistic yet accessible. This can be illustrated in his cloud or vapor chamber, which, according to him, he invented to be a simple and portable working model that can be operated by anyone who wished to see and study the behavior of the invisible particles radiating from the radioactive sources. Zara's ingenuity and passion for using science for the country's development are truly remarkable. His dedication to not only his family but also his fellow countrymen is what made him such an influential person in the world of Philippine science. His world-class training mixed with his local initiative is something that all scientists should really emulate. And for this, he is truly an outstanding science the country must be proud of. And this is the end of my video presentation, and thank you.